when we do psychology, mainstream psychology is asking mainly what is wrong with us and how can we fix it. We're saying, wait a second, those are important questions, but we also need to ask what is right with us so that we can have more of that. That's what positive psychology is doing. So we research happiness and hope and optimism and meaning in life, this kind of work that allows us to flourish.
If you're someone who's watching and thinking of happiness and meaningfulness and hope and feels they're a bit in short supply at the moment, what should they be doing?
It's a great question. First of all, I think it's important to say in relation to Blue Monday that Blue Monday is not really a scientific concept. Sort of, anyone kind of tested it and said, well, the third Monday of January is the most depressing day. But instead, we need to think about it as a period of time that is indeed challenging for a lot of people. Right? I mean, the days are dark, shorter, the weather isn't great, we just came back from a long break, and now we need to go back to our daily routine and to work. And another interesting point is that many of us made New Year's resolutions, and the truth is, we all know that only 8% of those are actually successful. So we've got 92% of people who made New Year's resolutions who are currently a little bit frustrated with what they've chosen and how things are going. So that's a combination that leads people to feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's, the background. So we can deal with it in many different ways. The kind of classic list that a lot of people would offer under these circumstances has to do with perhaps finding things we need to be grateful for, so making gratitude lists, or random acts of kindness, which is another way for us to boost our well-being. If we do good things for strangers, we feel good. Physical exercise is great for our well-being, and also, very importantly, spending time with people that we love. But that's the obvious list. Yeah. I'd like to offer a different perspective. Cool. So, in positive psychology, when people think about positive psychology, they usually think about happiness and optimism and all the good stuff. But what we found from research, and this is very interesting, is that actually the difficult times in our lives are a wonderful platform for positive change. Which is very interesting. So if we look back at our lives and we think about the junctions where we've made big decisions, or even if they weren't huge, but still we've made decisions, we will find that frequently the root of it was a challenging period of time. Perhaps I had no romantic relationship and I felt on my own, and that created a bit of a kind of a feeling a bit shaked, or perhaps I lost my job and I feel confused. Those are wonderful opportunities for that kind of change. And it's very relevant for this experience of Blue Monday, because I think we can harness the confusion and the difficulty and the challenge. And there are two particular techniques that I'd like to recommend. The first, my favorite, is mindfulness. And mindfulness is very popular these days. Everyone talk about mindfulness, right? And everyone think about it as a very kind of helpful technique. But I'd like to talk about it not in the context of stress and anxiety as we usually do, but instead talk about it as the kind of experience where we get to know ourselves better. Right? So, usually our attention is fluctuating. I'm making a cup of tea and I'm thinking about my partner. I'm speaking to my partner and think about an email I want to write. I'm never really there. When I'm there, I get to know myself. I get to understand what's right for me, and I get to make healthier choices. That's a wonderful tool to have for this kind of confusing period of time. That's one technique. Second one is what we refer to as meaning in life, which is very interesting, because if we make a list in positive psychology of things that make us happy, somewhere at the top of that list is the very simple question: do I know why do I need to wake up in the morning? Right? So if we created sort of two groups, those who wake up in the morning and know why they need to get out of bed, and the second group who have no idea. Those who know why they get out of bed, they are happier, they are more optimistic, they are more hopeful, they have more zest, vitality, everything transforms for them because they know why. So when we talk about meaning, we're not talking about the meaning of life, we're talking about personal meaning. So I know what's right for me. I'm not talking about being the president of the US, I'm talking about simple things, right? My children could be great meaning for me, or my job, whatever it is, but I know what it is. So a great exercise could be for people to make a list of central areas in their lives, work, friends, family, hobbies, and imagine that 2017 is the final year of their life. What changes would you make in those different areas if indeed that was the last year of your life? Wonderful platform for change.